There's no such thing as sight reading. And today we're going to practice note names and visualization for the G major scale, which has 1 sharp, F sharp. We'll use bass clef today just for fun. Remember, no scale sheets. Scale sheets make you worse. Do this all in your head. Use your mind's eye. Imagine the staff in your head, 5 lines and 4 spaces. The bass clef is going to be on the far left. It's also known as the F clef. You guys know that a bass clef is just a stylized letter F, right? I'll do a video on clefs a little bit later. To the right of the bass clef is going to be a sharp, second line from the top. That's the F line. That tells us 1 sharp, F sharp. That tells you the song's made out of the G scale, and you should think the G scale and follow the direction of the line when you're playing. Our first note is going to be G on the bottom line. Stem's going to be pointing up. Imagine it as a half note. You can do this with your eyes closed if you like, followed by A on the bottom space. Then B is the second line from the bottom. C is the second space from the bottom. D is the middle line with the stems pointing down. You could probably sing the melody in your head while you're practicing your note names and visualization. The melody for the major scale is consistent across all keys, so you might not be imagining precisely the right pitches, but it's melodically the same. Remember, this is an ear training exercise as well. Then we have E, second space from the top, followed by an F sharp on the second line from the top. Imagine the sharp on the left. Imagine what it looks like. That way, when you're reading in this key in music, if the sharp isn't physically written on the page, you'll still see it that way in your mind's eye. Then we have a G on the top space. Coming back down, F sharp is the second line from the top with the sharp on the left. E is the second space from the top, stems pointing down. D is the middle line. C is the second space from the bottom, stems pointing up now. B is the second line from the bottom. A is the bottom space. And G is on the bottom line, stems pointing up, and it's a half note. Remember, you can practice note names and visualization away from your instrument, and you should. You should practice this in those little times in the day where you're otherwise held hostage. You're done with one thing, waiting for the next thing. You got your brain with you, and you're stuck. So you can learn the relevant information. What does it look like? How do you spell it? What's it sound like? So then you can later move on to the rest of the scale procedure. And when you're playing in the key, you have this information stored in your mind. Remember that 10 minutes of visualization is typically worth about 2 hours of physical practice. So this can save you lots and lots of time. My name's Mark Dooley. I've been a private music teacher for 36 years, focused on practical theory and music literacy. If you'd like to hear more, follow me. If you'd like lessons, contact me. And if you can learn how to read words, you can learn how to read music.